Okay, so my girl Amy at Lionsgate sent me across this new one. It is Bagman, right? It is directed by Colm McCarthy, written by John Hulme. The film is produced by Marty Bowen, John Fisher, Wyatt Godfrey, Isaac Klausner, executive produced by Christopher Woodrow, Kelly Sims, and Chris Fenton. Co-produced by Jonathan Farmer, and line produced by Yanko Ushatov. Tim Williams handles the music. Nick Remy Matthews is on cinematography. Jeff Betancourt edits the piece, while Chris Richmond handles production design. Anka Persia and Toslav Yardanov were on art direction. Set decoration is Arta Tozy. Irina Kocheva is costume design. Hair, makeup, prosthetics, special teeth, and all of that. We have Daniela Avramova, Sebastian Lockman, Chris Lyons, Desalav Manaseva, Grace McComsky, Connor O'Sullivan, and Yana Platnarova Stoviva. Okay, so our cast. We have Patrick McKee, played by Sam Claflin. His wife, Karina, is played by Antonia Thomas, who I do believe was in that Apple TV show, Still Up, and Lovesick, Scrotal Recall from back in the day. They've got a son called Jake, played by Carell Vincent Roden. So Patrick's brother Liam is played by Stephen Cree. His wife Arlene is played by Rosalie Craig. There's also the dad, Jack McCree, played by Peter MacDonald. We've got, who else do we have here? Chief Isaacs, played by William Hope. There is Anna Logan, who Anna Logan. She's played by Adele Leonce. We've got Barbara, played by Sharon D. Clark. I think Barbara is Karina's sister. Yeah. Don Greenberg, played by Henry Pettigrew. We have got a young version of Patrick, played by Matthew Stagg. A young Liam, played by Jordan Gubian. As I say, the young Liam doesn't really look like the older Liam. It did throw me. Right? It definitely threw me. I'm like, they're not brothers. We've then got Bagman, played by Ross Green and Will Davis. Ooh, oh boy. So, the gist of the story. A family finds themselves ensnared in a nightmare as they are hunted by a malevolent mythical creature. For centuries and across cultures, parents have warned their children of the legendary Bagman, who snatches innocent children and stuffs them into his vile, rotting bag, never to be seen again. Patrick McKee narrowly escaped such an encounter as a boy, which left him with lasting scars throughout his adulthood. Now Patrick's childhood tormentor has returned, threatening the safety of his wife Karina and son Jake. Whoa. So at the start, right, we've got a little kid. I think they're doing like baseball practice, and she's like got a stuffed bear, and they're kind of trying to wean her off it. All right, so we've got this whole discussion. She's waiting for her dad. Her dad's like, he's gonna go and grab some pizza. So she's waiting. Suddenly, all the lights go out, and in that horror, sinister way, the lights all go out, like boom, one by one. You know what I mean? So shit's going down. So she's gone looking for her dad, like you do when you're a little kid, and all hell goes. Right now, we do find out later on that was 4 years prior. 4 years prior. So now we're with Jake and the fam. Right? Everything seems cool. They're happy and everything. But certain little things are going wrong. Like lights going out. Everything's a bit weird. And Jake keeps on, like, he keeps on hearing, like, someone might be in the garden. And then, Patrick hears something in the garden, and Jake suddenly starts getting preoccupied by someone, but they're not sure who. You know what I mean? So we've got all these weird things going on. Patrick's having nightmares. It's all, As the story goes on, we get some flashbacks and, more information dribbled down to us. Now, I would say, like, it's a smart thing. We don't see Bagman properly for a while. There's little glimpses, and those glimpses are kind of like, oh boy. I wouldn't say this is scary. It makes you jump at times, right? Definitely makes you jump at times, with the way they've cut it, keeping you in suspense and all of that. So that's good. You buy the family dynamic, right? All of that. There's certain things that are a little, we got that horror played out situations of, person down on his luck, move back home, just all of that kind of jazz. So we have all of that kind of thing, right? Which is fine. This, I do believe, is the first feature written by John Hulme. Colm McCarthy, he did direct Girl with All the Gifts, right? That Mike Carey adaptation, which I enjoyed. I really liked the book, and the film was not bad. Wasn't bad. He also directed the Black Museum episode of Black Mirror, which was outstanding. That was an outstanding episode. You know what I mean? So I think production-wise, it's good. Right? They've done a good job. Right? Just all of these effects to create suspense and all of that. Even though, as I said, it's not necessarily scary. Though I did watch it during the day. As we do, baby. I think, the acting is good. I would want to wring a kid's neck if they were just playing the thing all the time. Whoever gives them that as a toy, we're no longer friends. We are now enemies, right? I think we do have those things in this. Like, if this was so great, how are you forgetting this happened, right? How are you forgetting this happened? How the fuck are you moving home? Right? There's so many things. Like the knife thing, when he's at his desk, I don't think it really makes any sense. Like, what are you doing? Right? That was just a weird thing to get to that place. You know? That don't necessarily make any sense. I did think there is a twist, and that didn't see that, especially with some of the information that is relayed to us, right? Like, it's just, oh fuck. But that was good because it gets to a point where you're like, okay, where are we gonna take this? You know, where are we gonna take this? So that twist was good. You do wonder, like, okay, this thing happened to you. You've moved back home, why? And there's no weapon. You haven't got weapons, right? If I'm suspecting someone in my garden, like, I'm buying shit. I need to be prepared, you know. But we don't. It's those kind of things that's a lot of times in a horror thriller. You're kind of scratching your head like, wait, what? What's happening? Now, it is set up like we could get more. And that's not bad. Like, you could definitely see how they could spin this, which could be interesting, people. Could be real interesting, you know? I did think the effect of Bagman, his bag, all of that was all done very well. That was done very well. You know, the layers creepy, all of these elements are good. Like the weird thing that can happen to people, that was all good. Right? So all of the film contains a lot of good things. A lot of good things. Just some holes in the story, right? Some holes in our story. But I would say, if you enjoyed, I think it was Baghead, right? Baghead or Cobwebs. Cobweb. I can't remember if it's Cobweb or Cobwebs. But if you enjoyed those two films, I think you will dig Bagman. I think you will dig Bagman, you know? And also, like, if you've watched some of the components of the VHS series, right? There's elements of that are kind of similar or tonally similar. So if those kind of things are your cup of tea, Bagman will be for you. And you can buy it, right, from the 21st of October. So that, people, is Monday. And you can own it. Well, sorry, you can rent it the following week from the 28th of October. So yeah, 21st to own, 28th to rent. Okay. All right, people. That was our take on Bagman.